Welcome, everyone. One moment. I apologize. I seem to have been stuck there for a moment. Today I made myself an Americano. I believe I've used maybe a bit too much water, but it's still good nonetheless. But yes, welcome in. I hope your evening is fantastic. Let me turn on the music again. Now I have some things planned for today. I don't know how long they will take, though. I thought perhaps we will redo my debut slide to have just slightly more information on it. Also, forgive me if my voice is slightly off today. My throat is feeling a bit weird. Welcome in, Ninok. I hope you are well this evening. Let us... Let us redo this slide, yes? And then I shall re-release it on the Bird app. It has been quite warm recently. I'm more of a fan of the colder months myself. I'm very excited for this heat to go away. While the inside of Cafe Nocturne is nice and cool, when I have to go outside to get supplies, it is quite... Well, you see what I'm wearing. not as hot as some other dimensions I've been to, but still not comfortable. But yes, today we shall be redoing this slide here, and perhaps we'll talk a bit about coffee and whatever else you all might want to talk about. And the VOD of the last stream is currently going up on the YouTube channel. So once that's fully uploaded, I will post a link to it on the Bird app. Yes, let us redo this. What we can do is slightly move these up. I'm debating if I want to add anime to this list. Well, I'm quite fond of anime. I don't necessarily watch it all that often. Well, perhaps we should make a new slide. Let us... Oh, this is a very deep purple. I'm quite fond of it. Sorry, when it comes to technology, I do like the animation on this quite a bit. Unfortunately, on Twitter, it's not animated, because it's simply a screenshot. Though... here we go. Perhaps we'll make a leg slide. I shall add this dazzling photo of myself. Let us... Shall I... Is there any particular one thing that's low? Oh. Sorry, how about that? Is that better? I don't want things to be too loud. I also don't want the music to drown me out. Good, good. Thank you for letting me know. Let us... Now, while I do enjoy all coffee, I do have my preferences. Which I will say, the coffee I'm making cold brew with will be here tomorrow, even though the postal service has lied to me. One tracker said it'd be here tomorrow. The postal service told me it'd be here today. But unfortunately, that seems that will not be the case. And then the pre-packaged cold brew that I got will be here tomorrow as well. Is that how you spell Ethiopia? It could be just the font, but it almost seems not correct. Oh, it is. I don't know why, but that middle I just seems off to me. Ooh. I would love to see it sometime. I do have a decent amount of coffee equipment to be used. One I would like to get for the cafe. Oh, please forgive me, I must remember how to spell this. Ah. Now this is something I've been looking at a very long time. This is called a fin. It's a Vietnamese traditional way of making coffee. I read a whole article on it about it once. It does look quite simple to make. And you can even make hot or iced coffee in it. As far as I understood. I don't blame you. There are some words that I also must look up how to spell. But I'm quite fascinated with this. Did you know that coffee is the second biggest export out of Vietnam? It tends to be Robusta coffee. Let's see. Like this one here is a 50-50 Robusta. And I've never quite known how to pronounce this right, but Arabica, I believe is how you pronounce it. And I've been quite interested to try this coffee. Perhaps I'll order this soon. Because I've also heard that if you have a mix of Robusta and Arabica, that it makes a very nice crema on espresso. Human words are indeed silly. And for those who don't know what crema means, it's the brownish foam that is on the top of espresso drinks. Well, I should say, espresso itself. But I find it fascinating that Vietnam's second biggest export is coffee. It's only second to rice. I am also quite fond of their shirts. I do quite like this style. I'm also a big fan of this glass mug here. Ooh, it's stackable as well. I have some mugs currently. I do not want to be on Amazon. I do have some of these Monty Milk Art cups. I didn't know they sold blue ones nowadays. Ah, they're all sold out. But these are stackable as well, as you can see here. I have the latte one. I have a white latte one. I do like the gold accents. Though this matte black I'm also a fan of as well. And as you can see... they sell tropical weather with this. Tropical weather is a very good blend of two Ethiopian coffees. But as you can see, the grinder I use is from this website. But yes, that's something we will get into later. Though I am quite a big fan of Ethiopian coffees. I tend to like the more fruity tea-like coffees. The coffees that don't taste like coffee. Perhaps should I give examples? I don't quite remember what company it was from, but I did get a bag of... They called it the world's best espresso, I believe. I'm not sure if it'll show up. If I can... Ah, here it is. From Clutch, I do quite remember enjoying these. Which makes sense. The taste notes are something I'm quite fond of. I do believe that orange goes very well with coffee. Ah. This is a three-way blend of Brazil, Sumatra, and Ethiopian coffees. I do quite like these glass can. Ah, I use these as well. You put these in distilled water and it's supposed to be the perfect mineral makeup for coffee. I'm also quite a fan of Fond. I'm quite fond of lattes. I almost made one for myself this morning, but I decided to go with something slightly different. Sorry if that sounded weird, I was stretching. I don't know what I just did. I seemingly just zoomed out. Back in my apprenticeship, we had an office with rusty copper pipes. Interesting. I'd be curious to know what kind of bottled water. Back before I used third wave, I would use a filter. One of those water filter pitchers. Now I know in some applications you can add perhaps below this text I'll add some examples. I feel like I can never... Do you remember what coffee beans, if there were beans that you used? I'd be fascinated to know. I must say that Onyx does have very beautiful boxes. I feel their branding is on point. Again, Earth Thing, not sponsored. Premium water in other bottles, though the water price here is very good as well, so the difference was not too huge overall. I see. Depending on what different waters you use, depends on how your coffee comes out. If I do remember correctly, water makes up about 98% of coffee. People have written entire books based on water and coffee. Perhaps I shall put the coffee that started it all. Exactly. Now I must say this is the first coffee I've ever tried that started me on this whole journey. This is a Guatemalan coffee. And I would say it's a very good beginner coffee. That's if you like more coffee flavored coffees. This one is made in. The reason I say it's a good beginner coffee is because it's made in a French press. And French presses tend to be very easy to make coffee in. No, I wasn't paying attention to. And the nice thing about French presses as well is they're quite inexpensive. I would argue you only really need two things to make great coffee: a French press and a grinder. If you can grind your beans fresh, it's for the better. Perhaps I shall put one more coffee on here that I remember really enjoying. There is a varietal coffee that is out there that gets cycled through coffee roasters, and I tend to enjoy it every time. It's called Whoosh Whoosh. Again, another Ethiopian coffee. Though I believe, if I remember the story correctly, it was found in Ethiopia and transplanted elsewhere. Ah, yes. Originally found in Ethiopia and it's now grown in Colombia. Though I'm sure it's also still grown in Ethiopia. Just I believe the biggest export of it comes out of Colombia now. But yes, I do remember it being very, very good. One moment. There we are. I am quite the big fan of Gundam. Though, I do need to finish Unicorn sometime soon. I have been distracted with other shows recently. Like I've been watching The Boys. Quite a fantastic show, if a bit crass. What are some of my favorite Gundam shows. I'm quite fond of the original. This box needs to be bigger. Ah. Are you speaking of the OVAs of the original? I believe the original Mobile Suit Gundam was 1978? '79. I was close. 2 years after Star Wars. Two years after Eraserhead. Quite bizarre. There is a weird serendipity in those two. Star Wars came out in 1977, so did Eraserhead, and George Lucas approached David Lynch to direct a Star Wars movie at one point. I believe it's the third one. Return of the Jedi? Though I'm not 100% sure on that. Unfortunately, I've been waiting for Zeta Gundam to be added to Crunchyroll. Though, for some reason they added Double Zeta before Zeta. Though after I'm done with Unicorn, I believe I'm going to watch G Gundam. Yes, they have yet to add Zeta. I believe Zeta's on Funimation. It will eventually go to Crunchyroll, just because of the merger that's been happening recently. I'm quite fond of Char's counterattack. Let me close some of these tabs. Did that say 89? 88. Oh. It was quite fun for the Zero Eighth MS team. One of these shorter Gundam series, but well worth the watch. '96. Those are probably some of my favorites so far. I imagine Unicorn would be on this list, but I have yet to finish it, so I can't really comment. I have problems with the origin, but it's still fun to watch nonetheless. Maybe that'll be the last one I add to this. I am also reading the manga, which I only am on volume 1 thus far. I must say, the manga shows the RX-78-1. There is a specific panel I'm looking for. I seemingly cannot find it. Here it is. I also believe that there's a colored version to this. Here it is. The RX-78-1. Which makes sense that this exists. This one has a giant cannon attached to its back, as you can sort of see in this photo. Very similar. I believe it's colored wrong in this photo. But this is when Zaku's break into side 7, I believe. The one that Amuro starts off on in the original Mobile Suit Gundam, which I believe is side 7. And the multiple gun tank issue I have. Actually, I would have a gun attached to my back if I could. Yes. No, I'm not quite. These are slightly different designs, so I don't know which one this is from. There does seem to be conflicting. I have never seen this kit before. While I've never built one personally, I have taken a look at these. Which is quite bizarre that this is the RX-78-2. When the chest of this one says it's the 1. Gundam does seem to be a little inconsistent within itself. Now, when did... 2015. I know it took a decent amount of time for these episodes to come out. It says February 28th, 2015 to November 19th, 2006, and there's only 6 episodes? Was Unicorn the same way? Because they are longer episodes. I will have to size this down considerably. And there we are. Hmm. Movies are next. To pick one would be hard, but we shall try. Well, we shall pick multiple. Nothing says I have to pick one. This is a more recent movie, but this is probably one of my favorite movies I've seen all year. I'm not sure if it is the favorite. If I had to pick between two that are contending right now, it would be this one and Nope. And of course, we've talked about Eraserhead briefly, so it shall go on the list. Well, it's not going on the list because we talked about it briefly. It is one of my favorite movies. Let's see, let me think about some of my other favorite movies. I'm quite a big fan of Shin Godzilla, so that shall go on the list as well. What is chat's? What are some of your favorite movies? I would love to know. Another movie I'm quite fond of. American Psycho does fit into technically 2000s horror, but it does feel like it is of a different time. Watching that movie, if you were to have me guess the year, I'd probably guess mid-90s. But no, 2000 right on the dot. Another recent movie, but one I'm quite fond of. It has been a few years since I've seen the Lego movie, but I do remember having fun with it. Though, I would need to rewatch it to give any solid thoughts on. Like recently, I just rewatched Get Out because I saw Nope. Because it has been probably since its release year since I've seen Get Out, which was back in 2017, if I remember correctly, because Us was 2019. I must say, Get Out it holds up quite well. For some reason, the single shot that gets stuck in my head is when the girlfriend character is eating the Fruit Loops in that absolutely bizarre way. I'm quite fond of fun movies. That's why Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is on this list. Quite a very fun movie. It also has some heart as well. Uh, I should probably add a Ari Aster film to this list. Though I'm torn between Hereditary and Midsommar. Midsommar's more fresh in my mind because I've watched it not that long ago. Rewatched it not that long ago. I must say though, A24 does have a director's cut. Where is it? Ah. Which I'm unsure how much. It's 171 minutes. Which... How long is 171 minutes? 2 hours is 120 minutes? 171 minus 120 is 51? So it adds 30 minutes of footage, which I would love to see. Am I doing the math correctly there? Well, 140? 31 minutes of footage. Now I must say that is a significant amount of footage cut. I would love to see it. No, I feel like Hereditary had a more lasting effect on me. Something else I'll put on this list. The extended cut of Sucker Punch is also pretty good. The cut doesn't add much, but I think it contains a few crucial changes that the movie... Sucker Punch is a Zack Snyder film, correct? Now that is a movie I haven't seen in a very long time. It does say extended cut on it. Perhaps I'll have to check this out soon. I believe I saw this movie once, and I keep seeing shots of it over the years, and it does look like a visually entertaining movie. I did watch the Snyder cut of Justice League, which is, I believe, about 5 hours long. Four hours and 2 minutes long. And I watched that all in one night as well. quite enjoyable, quite fun, in my opinion. This shall be our list for now. I think I've slightly... Ooh. I don't know what just happened there. Everything's going down to 30, so everything can fit. If we have room after that, we can adjust. Though perhaps we're not done with this movie list. I'm quite fond of Japanese horror, so let us have some inclusion of Japanese horror on this list, yes? Though Japanese film in general is quite... Between these two movies, these are Yonjibo and Sanjuro, are two movies in a series with the same character, though I like them for different reasons. I think I shall put this one. This is a recent watch as well. Perhaps there's a bit of a... Oh, what is that called? Recency bias? Is that correct? But still, good movie nonetheless. Now I believe that is enough for... movies. Now, our last category is video games. This is a much bigger list than I expected it to be. Good thing we made it this our own slide. Perhaps we can make a part 2 as well. Because don't other people usually include food and such? Let us worry about this first. Let's see. I do like... I'm quite fond of the Resident Evil series. I'm also quite fond of the first Silent Hill. Perhaps sometime this weekend, I shall watch the Sucker Punch Extended Edition. We can talk about it on stream, Nanok. Also, sometime this weekend, I do plan on sitting down and finishing the Discord server. And start planning things to do over there. What are some other games I'm quite fond of? I do have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this game, but sure, I'll put it on the list. Ah. I would argue that Persona 5 is another reason that I got into coffee so much. What are some other games? What are some games you like, chat? I would love to know. Need to watch that again too. My memories. If you tell me it's in the movie, I might actually believe it's stage of memory decay. Ah. Do not worry, I will not feed you false information. Hopefully here soon I will have a... Original Gothic took weeks of my life and I'm fine with that. Gothic, I don't know if I've heard of that. Video game? Is there a remake in the works? 2001. To YouTube we go. Oh, that is not how you spell. Ah. I'm quite fond of Mandalore gaming. So perhaps I'll watch that video later. Aha. Let us pause the music for now. You must really love these old trailers. As a fan, I'm skeptical of the remake, though the 4 polygon fist might really need an upgrade. Hopefully it's done well. Ah. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this music. Was this an actual trailer for the game? Are you... I think the music is legally distinct enough, but I'm not taking my chances. Hopefully this game sold due to word of mouth, because I must say this trailer is not very well put together, is it? the game from the store and seen. The internet wasn't quite a good source of information for anything back then, at least for me. I see. That was a very, Lara Croft Tomb Raider jump. I must say, I am a little bit of a sucker for these early 2000 adventure action games. There's a certain aesthetic to them that is quite pleasing. I'm sure I'd maybe get a little bit more out of this trailer if it weren't for the compression of it. The UI's pre-production was a different version I had. Ah. This is... perhaps things change between this and the final version? I wouldn't be surprised because it seems that there wasn't even a release date at the end of that. Shall we watch the teaser trailer for the new one?
Get rated.
Well, there's a playable teaser. Is this out? There are more props, but the layout looks to be there. I see.
This is a story 1,000 times told. Although I'm sure there's always room for one more. This time will be a little different.
I will say the
Believe me, I
face of this model looks to be a bit leathery.
was there. I remember so well that pestilent cesspool I called home back then. The colony.
Developers really must be
But as happens in the greatest
careful when approaching
stories,
remakes like this.
everything starts almost by accident. A great ball of fire, a mysterious scroll, a new convict. He did not know, but he would change everything.
Very well. You guys asked for it.
Oh, it would seem that my coffee that I was complaining about earlier actually did get delivered today. It's just the information wasn't updated. Interesting. I'll have to go and get that later. This does seem interesting, though the reviews seem to be mixed. Though it says that there is a playable teaser, just not here. How long has this game been in? Now, this post is a bit confusing because it says that there's an in-game G store, But this post was also released April 1st. Thank you for stopping by, Hale. I always appreciate it. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope you're able to get some good rest as well. Is there going to be an in-game store? Is that was the G store a thing? Not following the remake closely. That's fair. It just says coming soon, but they also said that people have been asking for the Goblin mount for 2 years. It is something that maybe I'll keep an open ear to if I hear anything of it. I'm quite excited for the Resident Evil 8 DLC that comes out later this year. And also Resident Evil 4 Remake comes out next year. Well, I have mixed feelings on it. I probably will still buy it and play it. Ah, I see. It was uploaded April 1st, so I wouldn't be surprised. Let us turn the music back on. I'm trying to think if there are other games I'd like to put on this list. I'm sure there are, just that off the top of my head right now, I can't think of any. I'm sure I'll put this up on Twitter, my bad, the Bird app, and think of 2 or 3 more things to put in all these categories. One moment. There's unfortunately no coffee emote on Twitch, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm trying to think of another game I could possibly put on here. Perhaps. There is a little coffee emote. Perhaps just not built into Twitch itself. I thought about raiding someone today, and when we do, to use coffee emotes. Unfortunately, I've also come to realize that all the Gundam anime I've listed are Universal Century Gundam. Though I have watched things outside of Universal Century, I don't know if I'd consider them my favorites. Like, I've watched Wing, but Wing is fun, but messy. I feel like when they got about halfway through that series, they didn't know where they wanted to take it. It's a Unicode symbol, so it should be available on anything that isn't powered by an overclocked potato. I see. Perhaps when I have emotes available, I'll have to do something about that. beverage was approved as a part of Unicode 4.0 and added to Emoji 1.0 in 2003. I am not 100% sure what that means, but I'm guessing that just means it could be used anywhere. I just don't know how to use it on the Twitch window. I am still sitting here and thinking about what other game to possibly. Do you have FFZ in the browser? I don't know what that means. Is it this Frankerface Z website? Is a browser extension at Twitch that adds a lot of functionality. I see. I will star this for now and come back to it when the stream is not going. I'm sure I will think of... There we are. I'm quite fond of Remedy games. No. Alternates include BBTV, but it doesn't have as many options to customize the interface. Each also adds the possibility to upload your own emotes that, when people have the extension, can be used in your channel. Interesting. FFZ and BBTV include support for other emotes, so you don't need both. Well, I shall look into FFZ after stream today, and perhaps by next stream it'll be operational. Let me space these out a little bit better for readability. How is this? I feel like this is good for the slide. I'm not quite great at formatting things. Also, I shall close out some of these tabs. Shall we post this to Twitter now? The thin text at the top will be a problem to read regarding contrast. The white and light purple might be a little close in value. Should I make this white then? That stands out more, yes? Ah, I see. Just make it consistent. I made it a slightly bolder font, if that helps. I could also maybe space out the text more and make it bigger. If you want to go above and beyond, you can see if you can copy the text and add it as an image description. This can be read by people that are blind or low visibility. I would like to do that, though how would I? Do I take the entire image and put it somewhere? Or is that something I do here? Added while posting the image on the bird's site. I see. Small gray button under the uploaded image on the right. We shall look into that. Does this have slightly better readability? Would this be ready to upload? Ah, good. Unfortunately, I don't know how to... Well, I do. Now, let us see. the... Now, what is the... What should I... Is this correct? Should I... What do I put for the description? Do I just copy and paste all the text? If you can try to copy the text unless you want to describe the layout. I feel if I copy the text, what would you describe this as to? I guess the visuals are not so important as the actual text. So let me copy the text. Like this? Ah, that was us. And we save it. You are now more considered than 90% of companies on this web bubble. I would like to be considered for everyone. I did not know that was a feature on Twitter. My bad, the Bird app. Ah, I see. No, I'm a little unsure what to do with the rest of the stream. I could go and raid someone. Though I do plan on Saturday having Cafe Nocturne open to you all for slightly longer than usual. on Saturday, I do plan on streaming a little bit more of Amori than I have to make some decent progress. Because when it comes to RPGs, they do take a bit longer. And next week I do plan on starting Garage. I'll text in the web start as a way to describe image while it's still loading. Because internet was slow and expensive, now it's mostly to describe it in case people can't see it for any reason, not only slow internet. I see. That could be quite helpful. I don't know if I'm good at describing things necessarily, but I can try for now on. RPG Portaling Moth. Those are quite cute emotes. But yes, I do plan on going for a little bit longer on Saturday. Cafe Nocturne will be open at the same time, but just for a few more hours more. I hope by next week I have some form of a schedule. This week was more so testing the waters. Let us see who is available to raid. We could go and... Oh. Let us turn that off. Infinite corridor is not something you should look down. Be quite dangerous. Miss Bashful Face is currently streaming. She was in here earlier. So, shall we go raid Miss Bashful Face? Wrap up the stream for today? I think that is quite a fine idea. Thank you all for stopping by today. And thank you, Nanok, for teaching me a few things. It's very much appreciated. I shall look into FFZ between now and Saturday, and hopefully I will be able to have it implemented. And yes, Cafe Nocturne shall be open on Saturday for slightly longer than usual. Thank you for stopping by, Hale. I appreciate you. And thanks for everyone else who might be here. I appreciate you all. But yes, we shall be playing much more in Mori on Saturday. Let me figure out how to raid here. If you have any coffee emotes, please use them during the raid. And also tell them who sent you, of course. But yes, I shall see you all Saturday.
Everybody, hi. Goodness. I don't really know how his timing works. He's a bit weird. I don't like him. I already played you. I'll play you. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, hi. Thank you so much for the raid, Takuma. I hope you had a great time just chatting. I was in there earlier. Great time. Everyone make sure to go check out Takuma right there in chat. Hope you're doing I hope your evening is well. Yes, my morning is well. Coffee. General chat? Huh? What? I said nothing? What? Let me look. I guess. Oh. Thank you. welcome on in, everybody. I'm Miss Bashfulface. I'm Bashfulface Void, currently in the shape of Protogen. The game has been fucking amazing so far. The story is just off the